Vintage Beekeeper here, coming straight to you from a 1969 Cardinal Deluxe vintage travel trailer. And what I'm going to do today is do a quick review on these retro repop vintagetrailersupply.com LED teardrop marker lights, which are, okay, in a nutshell, awesome. So if you want to just stop the video now, go on their interweb and buy these for $19.99 a piece, go ahead and click off. But the short story is these are awesome, and absolutely they were worth it for me. So as I mentioned, I've got a 1969 Cardinal Deluxe vintage travel trailer that's probably about 90% original. It's had a few things done to it over the years, but I guess you can't have something that's 52 some years old and not expect some changes to occur. When I bought this thing a few years ago, it had just cheap truck stop oval incandescent lights for the clearance lights, and I found these LED teardrop repops on Vintage Trailer Supply in late 2019, and I sat on my hands. Truth be told, I had a bunch of other stuff going on in 2019. Should have clicked buy it now. They were $14.99 a piece, and I didn't. And then good old 2020 hits, and in early 2020 I said, oh, it'd be a good COVID project. Let's finish doing the upgrades and improvements on this trailer here. Part of that would include getting the vintage trailer lights, clearance lights on the trailer, replaced. And I waited too long. I went on their site. There was one other site, doesn't matter to mention their name, but there was another site that carried these, what seemed to be the exact same. They were out of stock as well. I think this was very early 2020 when the supply chain from the country of origin was interrupted. And the first place I checked didn't have the ability to put your name on a waiting list, but VintageTrailerSupply.com did. They're like, hey, we're out of stock. We don't know when they're coming back. Give us your email. We'll let you know as soon as they do. So I checked on them periodically. I waited about 14 months, I think, is what it was. It was just recently. It was, I want to say, May of 2021 when I got the email from them saying that these were back in stock. And I went and bought them. And I bought 11 of them. Yep, I've got 4 ambers. And then 7, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 7, math. I've got 7 reds and 4 ambers. And I got them in. I didn't know what to expect, you know. I think it's super cool. They come in their own little box. This particular one, I installed all the lights but one. So this is the last one to install. Here's the part number. V as in Victor, T as in Tom, S as in Sam, 2-214, R for red. The ambers had an A by them. So these come in amber, they come in red. The price currently is $19.99, and they're, well, let's take a look, right? We're just waiting way too long here. So I wasn't even remotely hesitant on these because I just liked the style. I like this from the outside. This trailer still has all the original skin on it, which is pretty incredible considering the age of this rig. And I just didn't like the oval cheap truck stop lights. And I wanted to go back to these ambers. I wasn't willing to pay the god-awful amount of money people wanted for the actual vintage ones, which would ultimately be an incandescent bulb. And I wasn't that particular about this restoration. I didn't need that. What I wanted was something that looked like the original and was nice and bright, and this is what I found. So here's what you get. That's it. They've got their own brand marked box, which I think is awesome. These lights come in just like this with about, I don't know, what's that, about 7-8 inch lead. Chassis ground, if you want to call it a chassis, but this unit here is the ground. This is your hot lead. I brought a battery in here so you can actually see what they look like. So one of the first things I noticed on this was how stout the stainless steel was. Stainless steel base, copper rivets. Before I even cracked it open, because I'm that guy that's always got to see how the toy works, and hopefully I can get it back together and it functions. Stainless steel. It has their laser etch in here, Vintage Trailer Supply. I don't know if you can see that, and it has the part number, the VTS 214. It's obviously red. I like it. I think the stainless is super stout. I'd have to really give it a gorilla hand to bend this. The holes are very, very close to what the original holes are. As I mentioned earlier, I've got the original skin on this trailer, so I had all the original holes, and they were very close. They're like fractionally close. But if you're putting this on new skin, it doesn't matter. I mean, they're close enough to where I could kind of come in at an angle, and then the hole would, you know, the hole would catch. It'd be all right. I put some putty underneath these anyway to keep them from leaking. So I really, really like the optics on these. I think the plastic is well constructed. It's got a nice feel to it. It's nice and thick. It's got all these ribs on the inside cast into the plastic, so they deflect and reflect the lights quite well. Let's crack this thing open. I'm trying to look around a camera. I mean, this is really goofy. I should have done a different angle, but you know, whatever. This is what you get. As I mentioned, it's awesome. Did I say that already? These LEDs are red, so you get the double red effect. You have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 9 lights. All the important electronics are under what feels like a silicone. It's pretty pliant. So I'm assuming it's a silicone squidge on there, covering up the technology that makes this thing work. Copper rivet for your ground. It grounds the printed circuit board to the stainless steel. So I was able to capture ground to the screws quite easily. The ground is the whole plate, and then here's your hot lead here. So let's fire this thing up real quick, and then we'll put the lens on and you can see. So we'll just get a chassis ground here. Get my hand out of the way. Whoa, sorry guys. That's probably just destroyed the balance. These are just so cool. Let's get you moved over a little bit here. We'll just angle it a different way. Wow, that's awesome. Easy Cleo. So let's put the lens back on. You can see what they look like. What I'm going to do is take a video later tonight. I've already fired up the 10 lights that I installed yesterday. I can get that lined up here real quick. And they put out an incredible, these lights put out a whole lot of light. I mean, these are not just your average clearance lights that just mark the corners of your rig. I mean, these things you'll be seen going down the road. I can guarantee that. So we'll give this a light. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Look at those things. So there you go. If you have any interest in an LED teardrop marker light that looks like the vintage ones of back in the day when your vintage trailer was built, check out vintagetrailersupply.com. They're not paying me for this. This is just me put some information out there because I didn't see anything out on the YouTube about this when I first started looking, and I think they're very cool. All right, thanks for watching. Gotta go, gotta run. Whoa, see ya.